People cremated the bodies of their loved ones by themselves because the crematorium was full. Chinese doctors were shocked by the massive rise of white lung cases. Epidemiologist, China's infection rate will reach 80%, 1 billion people will be infected. CCP's new leaked anti-epidemic plan, herd immunity. The Major General of China died of illness. Has COVID-19 infiltrated the army? Experts are unable to comprehend the outbreak. It's all covered in today's China Truths. People cremated the bodies of their loved ones by themselves because the crematorium was full. According to Vision Times, Shanghai, one of China's main cities, is also dealing with an unprecedented surge of COVID-19 infections. According to sources involved in the situation, the fatality rate of infected patients in Shanghai hospitals has increased tenfold since the outbreak. In the emergency rooms of hospitals in Shanghai, about 20 people die in small hospitals every day, about 60 people die in large hospitals, not to mention many people die at home and die in nursing homes. The symptom is so unusual, it is not instantly fatal. Some people die without recognizing they were infected. Some people call 120 for medical assistance but die before the ambulance arrives, and the medical system in Shanghai is now overwhelmed. A screenshot of a discussion on the Chinese social media site Weibo by a Shanghai netizen describes a person whose father died of COVID on the evening of December 26. He called many funeral homes but was helpless since they were all full, so he decided to burn his father's body by himself in the open space of the residential area. No local authority had refuted the report as of December 29. Chinese doctors were shocked by the massive rise of white lung cases. According to NTD, a huge number of cases of white lung following the outbreak have recently been reported in China, raising serious concerns about the emergence of a new and more deadly variant on the mainland. Despite the CCP's effort to debunk rumors, doctors raised doubts about the current situation.
重症的达到1/3以上，40多人。 大白肺有10几20个，大白肺啊，可不止全是老年人啊，20多岁、40多岁、60多岁的也有啊，让我有点恐慌。医院里到底什么情况？
Recently, some Chinese doctors revealed on social media that many young people have white lung symptoms with a high death rate. A Chinese doctor disclosed.
这个是48岁的，两侧大白肺，前面这个黑的是正常的啊。 这两侧是大白肺，这是个65岁女性的双肺大白肺，重度感染。这个是个37岁女性，双肺这种单片状的蘑菇粒网格影，感染的也很重啊。
If the patient is positive for the virus and there is such a big white lung, it means that the virus has entered the lung tissue, causing viral pneumonia, a very serious illness that leads to a lack of oxygen in the blood. This symptom has a very high death rate. Another Chinese doctor, Dr. Zeng, said, the patient continued to die, and the doctor continued to fall. This is the actual situation right now. In response to public concern over the emergence of highly deadly mutant viruses such as Delta in China, officials from the CCP Health and Medical Committee refuted the rumors, stating that the current cases of the white lung have nothing to do with the original virus strain or the vaccine. However, in general, the public no longer believes what the party states. Epidemiologist, China's infection rate will reach 80%, 1 billion people will be infected. According to the Epoch Times, the Sichuan Provincial Center for Disease Control and Prevention released the results of a survey of 183 districts and 21 cities in the province on December 26. The results showed that 63.52% of the province's districts and cities were infected with COVID-19. So with a population of about 82 million, the number of infected people in Sichuan may have exceeded 52 million. On December 28, a netizen posted 2 videos, one of which stated, "The Sichuan Huaxi emergency room has 500 beds, and many youngsters have pneumonia." The other video shows a temporary morgue in Sichuan, with many bodies wrapped in yellow blankets and stacked on either side of the aisle. Meanwhile, the number of COVID-19 infections in Hainan province is also high and unpredictable, with an infection rate of up to 50% estimated. Notably, the group aged 20 to 29 made up the highest proportion, 41%, in this period. With a rate of 19.3%, those over the age of 60 had the lowest proportion. Chinese experts predict that as the traditional Chinese New Year approaches, an increase in people's mobility between urban and rural areas will accelerate the spread of the disease. According to famous epidemiologists in Guang, the number of infected people in Beijing might surpass 80% or maybe even be higher. The national infection rate might reach 80% during the 2023 New Year's holiday. This means that more than 1.1 billion Chinese people will be infected with COVID-19. CCP's new leaked anti-epidemic plan, herd immunity. Twitter user Youtuzil tweeted on November 30th. Burst. Tonight, in the local WeChat group in Shifang, a recording was widely circulated. The recording's title is Anti-Epidemic Work Briefing Meeting, Shifang Middle School. In the video, a man presents a secret document given by the Chinese government to the students, stating that China is preparing to implement a new epidemic prevention plan. It is essential to carry out preliminary experiments in some Shifang areas, implement closed-loop management, and quickly establish a herd immunity system. According to the recording, significant changes will take place in China's normal epidemic prevention. The rapid establishment of a universal immune system is to the point that all teachers, students, and staff at schools in Xifang are infected, except for those with a strong immune system. This experiment will fail if the immune barrier is not established. The man explained, increasing contact is important for cross-contamination and to extend communication. Students who do not participate in sports, do not stay together, and do not sleep together in a dorm, cannot infect each other, cannot build an immune system. Finally, the man said it seemed inhumane, but it's the way China has to go. If we don't do this, our country's economy would be greatly affected and social security will weaken. The Major General of China died of illness. Has COVID-19 infiltrated the army? According to Vision Times, the CCP Military Daily reported on December 29 that Major General Han Jiqing, the Chinese People's Liberation Army's Minister of Logistics, died on November 5 in Beijing due to illness at the age of 64. However, the illness was not specified. Radio Free Asia reported that on December 12, an unidentified reporter for the Chinese military's media claimed to have discovered an outbreak among the army soldiers stationed in Baoding City, Hebei Province. He said, "A friend of mine is a soldier, he's infected." He said Baoding's army also has infected people. It's a bit chaotic. However, the correctness of this news has not yet been confirmed by RFA. According to Dr. Su Qixiang, the soldiers, who eat, sleep, and train together every day, are vulnerable to infectious diseases. On December 16, the People's Liberation Army Daily of China released an article asking that commanders' and soldiers' health be protected to the greatest extent possible. In order to maintain combat readiness at all times, the impact of the outbreak on the military must be minimized. The question of whether the Chinese army had been infected by COVID-19 was raised by the outside world due to the news and the CCP's lack of transparency. Experts are unable to comprehend the outbreak. As we reported earlier, this outbreak in China caused a significant number of deaths, including many famous scholars and experts. In less than a month, the epidemic claimed the lives of 33 academics from Peking University and Tsinghua University, as well as 15 members of the Chinese Academy of Engineering. Ms. Yan Limeng, a former postdoctoral researcher in virology and immunology at the University of Hong Kong, said the disease's rapid spread and high mortality rate were beyond her comprehension. Most of those who died during the epidemic were CCP-connected scholars and professors, as well as other CCP members and supporters. Tsinghua University has educated high-ranking CCP leaders such as current CCP President Xi Jinping, Xi's predecessor Hu Jintao, and former Premier Zhu Rongji, as well as other standing members of the CCP Central Committee. Political analyst Li Dayu stated, "Many media sources refer to this epidemic as the CCP virus. It has the Greek name Omicron, which is interesting. When written in Cantonese, the phrase 'I got rid of the CCP' has a very similar sound. I believe that the current outbreak is destined to eradicate communism's evils." Master Li Hongzhi, the creator of the spiritual Buddhist practice Falun Dafa, stated in an article Stay Rational at the beginning of the epidemic in March 2020. "Truth be told, pandemics only come when people's morals and values have turned bad and they have come to have a massive amount of karma." Master Li gave a warning, but a pandemic like the current Chinese communist virus, or Wuhan virus, comes with a purpose behind it, and it has targets. It is here to weed out members of the party and those who have sided with it. If anyone is in doubt about this, just take a look at which countries or people have been hit hardest by the virus. It is those who have become close with the CCP. So how can one protect themselves against the pandemic? Master Li also pointed out in the article Stay Rational. Then what should people do? People should distance themselves from the CCP and stop siding with the party. Behind it is the Red Devil, while outwardly it looks and acts like a thug who stops at no evil. So now that the divine is starting to eradicate it, all who still stand by it shall perish. Those who doubt this can wait and see. So, what does Master Li mean when he says distance themselves from the CCP? The Epoch Times, a US-based news outlet, launched tuidang.epochtimes.com to help people in mainland China officially declare their disaffiliation from the CCP and its connected organizations. Yi Rong, president of the Global CCP Quit Service Center, told the Epoch Times on December 22, "No matter how old or young you are, or if you are retired, as long as you have raised your fist and sworn that you will fight for the CCP, for communism, for the rest of your life and dedicate your life to it, then you have made a poison oath. As long as you approve the declaration of resignation from the CCP, the delegation, and the team, you can revoke that oath. This will keep you safe since it will eliminate the mark of evil spirits from your body." As of December 31, 2022, there has been a surge in Communist Party resignations throughout the world, with 406,664,558 people proclaiming their departure from the Communist Party, Communist Youth League, Young Pioneers, and other Communist Party organizations. At the same time, the White Paper Revolution, which called for the China Communist Party to step down and heaven to destroy the CCP, erupted inside and outside of China, inspiring everyone on the mainland as well as people around the world who value freedom, democracy, and peace. Most importantly, it has weakened the authority of the CCP, an evil organization that harms both the nation and the people. Please share your thoughts in the comments section below. We will keep reporting on the COVID surge in China, so don't forget to subscribe to our channel and turn on the notification bell to get the latest videos. And thank you for tuning in.